Uh. Yeah.
Hello, boxing fans around the world. Thank you for joining us once again for another episode of the Friday Night Panel featuring Tim Witherspoon, two-time former heavyweight champion of the world, Mike Orr from Knuckle Up fame, who had a great interview this afternoon with Jasmine Ortega. Fantastic.
The animal.
Great. What? The animal, I know.
The animal.
And a great
The
answer as to
animal.
why she calls herself the animal or why she
watch her last fight, man. The way she drops you know what? I'm not even going to spoil it for you. I'll actually just put a link to it on that interview.
It was a great interview and well done, Mike.
Thanks.
But you know what? Okay, sorry. Before you get going, there's only one thing I want to talk about tonight. And I've been mentioning it every single day because I can't believe there's something new to report every single day. These guys have kept the momentum going. Let's talk just for a brief moment. Let's talk about this Jake Paul, Tommy Fury fight just for a brief moment because I can't believe what happened today at the press conference, okay?
Oh, my God.
I've never seen this before. And maybe you have, Tim. Maybe you have, Mike, but I haven't. Where some guy says, can I just quote this? Because it's too good, okay? So Jake Paul and Tommy Fury, they're at the press conference. There's a normal array of people at the table. I don't know if you saw it or not. All right. They're getting in each other's faces. They're trash talking. Okay. But then Tommy Fury promised to put Paul to sleep inside 4 rounds and said the YouTuber, turned pro boxer, has made easy money fighting old men and celebrities. So then Jake Paul says, I think we make a deal then, since you're so confident. If you win, I'll pay you double what I'm paying you already. But if I win, I take everything that I'm paying you. Deal or no deal? All right. So
he didn't take it.
So hang on. So Jake Paul gets up ready to shake hands, but Tommy Fury kind of backs off a little bit and tells Jake Paul, sit back down. So they're both getting really angry at each other. Anyway, Jake Paul refuses to return to his chair. And he says, come on, answer the question, right? So Tommy Fury's dad pipes up, right? This is the former, bare knuckler, okay? He pipes up and he goes, you've got a deal, all or nothing. So I've never seen this. Have you ever seen that at a press conference?
No, he shouldn't have. I mean, he shouldn't have did that.
Really?
I've been analyzing both of those boxers. I love Tommy. I love Jake Paul. I'm a big brother in boxing. I'm not going to be down nobody. We've been studying these videos. We started the show, right?
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
We're on.
Yo, I've been studying them both.
Why don't you tell us how you really feel?
And listen, I hung out with the gypsies. They my buddies. I love them. But people want to hear the truth. People want to hear something like the truth or somebody with experience explaining to them so they can get a better idea who to pick. Now, I watch videos of Tommy and I watch videos of Jake Paul. Jake Paul is much more aggressive, much more polished off. Tommy fights just like his brother, right? And he always retreating. After he jab, he'll retreat. After he do some retreat, he put his hands out for defense when he can get countered. But Jake Paul come back like this. But Tommy fights like his brother. So we did a podcast, and I was like, I think Jake Paul within 5 rounds. And I have to tell the truth, even though I hung out with the gypsies, I love them brothers and sisters over there. That's like England is my second home. But people want to hear the truth from guys that have a little bit of experience. So I think that Jake Paul within 5 rounds.
You know what? I think Tommy Fury has a whole lot of nerves that he's going to have to get over because he has a hell of a lot riding on this fight. And honestly, that's going to play a huge part. Jake Paul really doesn't have to get in his head because you know who's going to be in his head? Tommy Fury is going to be in his own head. Because you know what? He's got the pride of like boxing riding on this win. You're going to have this YouTuber come in, this fake boxer that everybody's calling him. He's going to come in and he's going to take it from you.
I'm surprised at Jake Paul's progress. I'm really impressed. I seen his workouts. I seen him hitting the pads. I seen Tommy Fury. And I said, oh, okay. Tommy got heart. He got heart. Jake Paul got both of it.
Look at two things here. One,
Okay.
what Tommy Fury's dad said after, as the press conference was winding down, he goes, basically, he says, my son doesn't deserve to get paid if he loses to Jake Paul.
That's right. Yo, listen, listen, the king of the gypsies, the bare knuckles, okay? The king of the bare knuckle men will take that Fury name right off him. He'll be like, no, your name's Tommy.
But here's what I did think a bit peculiar about
huge.
this whole thing, okay? Because Tommy Fury is managed by Top Rank, right? He's signed to their stable. So I didn't understand why there was no because Jake Paul said, hey, I've already written up my lawyers have already written up the contract. So anyway, so it's a very peculiar situation, and I'm really looking forward to it. I have to say, we have been for a while. Now, the other thing that came into play, and you discussed it with Jasmine this afternoon, Mike, was one. Jake Paul has done, I've said a lot. I mean, why don't these uber wealthy boxers put their money where their mouths are and start their own promotions companies and begin to take up young boxers' causes, put them in the ring, and develop their careers, just like what Tim was saying before we started, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that's what he did do. He started MVP, and he signed a couple of really good boxers, and he started their careers. Okay, and the other thing
Green is the newest addition.
Yep.
There was Ashton Sylvie, and we have Amanda Serrano. And honestly, congrats. You've put these people in good.
Who wouldn't sign if you got $1 million on the plate?
Right? But you know what? It's who is offering that $1 million to sign, right? Nobody. That's the thing. Jake Paul was like, you know what? Here, I'll offer it. I'll offer it.
It came out of his pocket. But the other thing that was interesting that Jasmine said, and it didn't really occur to me until she said it, so I'll give her credit, or credit is due. And that is the other thing where Jake Paul put his money into was his foundation, and I forget what it's called. Let's call it Boxing Against Bullies or something like that. Yeah. It's a anti-bullying foundation. Okay, but Jasmine made a really good point, because that's how Jake Paul makes his money, is by bullying other people. Like, his social media tweets all this week have been nothing but negative. I mean, he's taunted. He's thrown everything at the. He's even involved Tommy Fury's wife and Tommy Fury's baby into this as well. So, Jake Paul is pulling out all the stops when it comes to bullying his opponent, and making this a real. I mean, who said it? I'll take your head off. I can't remember now which one said it, but I mean, that's how vicious their taunting is getting. I mean, did you ever speak like that before a match, Tim? Did you ever say stuff like that?
Didn't need to, The confidence was there. I don't need to pump. The confidence was there with the skills. With Larry Holmes, we went back and forth. I was young and just learning, but not like this. It was really cool stuff that I said. And he was saying to knock me out and take my girlfriend from me, knock me out and put me on welfare, that type of thing. But not like what Tyson said, rip your kid's head off, spit in it, all that stuff.
Eat your children.
I did like talk stuff like that, but then I did mostly like let's get it on. Let's get it on in the ring. But they using words, and that could lead into more hyper things too. Keep saying them things,
Well, interestingly enough, this must be one of the first fights that I've seen being co-promoted by ESPN and DAZN.
Yeah.
ESPN has it for United States and England, I believe, but DAZN has it for Canada and a few other countries as well. So I haven't seen a split pay-per-view deal before.
This one is a ESPN Plus PPV BT Sport Fight TV event.
Wow. So everyone's getting a piece.
Everybody has got their hands in this one, and it's great because the co-main for the WBC cruiserweight title, Makabu Badu Jack. That's gonna be a great fight to watch. But do
you really think Badu Jack deserves to be there?
No.
No, I couldn't figure that one out.
None of these guys need to walk their way up the ladder, but that's what's causing boxing to be the way it is. Jake Paul just jumping all the way up there, not fighting his way up the ladder, is causing the real boxing thing to be like to me it's like a joke, but it's good in terms of them making money and like showbiz. But when you get down to the real boxing, that's suffering. You letting the guy just come right in and they making big shots. That's good. You can pay your money for the fight. Oh, that's an interesting fight. But what about those boxers trying to work their way up? You know, I feel for them guys. Them guys can beat them. Them guys, look, Jake Paul.
And that's what I did. That's what I dedicate. That's what I dedicate my show to. Knuckle Up is putting those people on spotlight to show that there are people out there that are capable of headlining these pay-per-views around the world. And I'll tell you right now, there are guys that I've been following for a couple of years now that have had that opportunity and now are headlining those pay-per-views. You know?
Devin Haney.
Yo, like honestly, we've got Floyd Schofield gets signed to Golden Boy, heads up the promotion, right? We got Brian Norman Jr., another kid that just got picked up by Top Rank. You know, all these kids that are coming up that I've been watching for a long time that have gone, you know, through all these little cracks. You know, people hear their names but don't know who they are. But now, you know what? They're starting to put faces to these names, man. And it's kids like this that are out there that, you know, a lot of people don't know. They can whoop some ass, man. There are some dangerous fighters out there that just don't get the opportunities opened up for them to be able to get to these grand stages and make these big dollars.
On the opposite end of the spectrum, another headline that hit the news today was the fact that Andy Ruiz Jr. has left PBC and he's now a free agent. Now, I don't know how old he is. I think the last time he fought, he lost anyway, and that was like 2 years ago. But I'm sitting there thinking to myself, realistically, there's only so many managers, there's only so many promoters, therefore there's only so many fighters who can actually be actively managed and promoted. And there's only so many fights you can put on in any given week or in any given month. Right. So realistically, when Andy Ruiz says, "Oh, I've left PBC, I'm now a free agent,"
he's like, 33. He's 33, by the way.
But who's going to pick him up? Like, who's going to pick him up?
Well, the last time he fought was Luis Ortiz, and that was September of last year.
So I'm just, did he win or lose?
No, he won by unanimous decision.
Oh, fair enough. So, but he's a heavyweight that I think he's on the way.
He's a heavyweight who fights once a year, if that, because the fight before that was Chris Arreola, and that was May I want to say May the 1st, 2021. It was like a year.
When these older guys though finally step down, it creates room for younger guys to step in, is what I'm saying. So there has to be some line drawn when it comes to, like, should anyone be really chasing Andy Ruiz Jr.? No, if you step out and say, I'm leaving PBC, I'm now a free agent, I don't know how many guys are knocking on the door when there are all these other young guys. Speaking of young guys, did you see Tank Davis and Ryan Garcia have agreed to fight?
Well, finally, so it's set for April. It's happening.
Yeah,
excellent.
That's something I'm looking forward to, because that's a good division. That's a good division.
That's a great division. Can't wait to see these guys get in there and smash it out.
Yeah.
Oh, I just wanted to so that Jake Paul thing, or sorry, anti-bullying, is called Boxing Bullies. He gave away hundreds of signed gloves, and their mission is to help instill confidence, courage, and leadership into youth through the sport of boxing. Boxing gave me a purpose. It gave me something to fight for. So I'm hoping to be able to share that with you guys, because I think it is the best sport in the world. Our mission is to fight back against bullying, because bullying is such a problem in our generation. And having been a bully myself, it's okay to realize that you're bullying and stop it and change and become a better person. And that's our mission at Boxing Bullies. Quote Jake Paul.
That's good.
Fair enough.
So he is admitting that he is a bully.
Where is he a bully at though?
He's a troll. He trolls people.
Yeah.
He gets online. He gets in people's heads. You know, come on. I got your hat with Floyd Mayweather.
Yes.
Right. Then went and got that shit tattooed. Or what is it? Was it the whole Tyron
Woodley had to put "I love Jake Paul."
I love Jake Paul. Like, he's a bully. We get it. But you know what? It sells tickets. And honestly, at the end of the day, when you're fighting, the object of the game is to put asses in the seats and sell tickets, and that's exactly what he's doing.
Well, I like to see good fights.
Me
Incredible
too.
fights.
Me too. And maybe one day he will have learned enough, and his boxing IQ and his strength and skills will equal out, and he will be able to produce a good fight. Maybe it will happen.
Well, if he start from the bottom to the top, that's what is unfair for him because he got money and he's a celebrity that he does that. It's just unfair for the rest of the guys. I'm a boxer, former boxer.
Yeah.
That's just not right. Be worth more if he started from the bottom and went to the top. But people want to see showbiz and see that. But the real thing is if he started from the bottom, I don't know if he'll make it.
Can you think of the crazy following he would have had too if he literally started boxing, got in the amateurs, spent a year in the amateurs, fought 10 or 12 fights first before becoming a pro? He could have been more respected that way, I think.
Well, I do have an interesting question though. I mean, wouldn't it make more sense if you were allowed to if you were rich like he is, to hire anyone you like and challenge anyone you like? Now, in his case, what we've always argued is his opposition has been older fellas, MMA fellas, stuff like that.
From England called me. I'm sorry.
Oh, wow. You have to answer England.
What, he was a celebrity?
Yeah, Colin. No, he's in America now. He's from London. He's from London.
Was he saying, "Hey, I'm watching you on Talkin fight"?
Nah, he probably trying to get some drinks and smoke a weed or something. I don't know.
Those English guys. Sounds like a pretty good Friday night.
They're too much fun.
Probably so. Yeah. Probably.
I mean, sounds like a pretty good Friday night for some fights.
So what I was saying there when you were on the phone ordering pizza, I really like it when if there were more of them, this would make it even more interesting. But if there were more of them, more Jake Pauls, and they had more money. Oh, actually, then you're talking about creator clash, aren't you? I was just gonna say, if you had more of these guys, they would actually
more Jake Pauls and how and
what I'm saying though is because he actually pays nutritionists, trainers, all sorts of staff. So there's a lot of people that are actually employed by him to make him a boxer.
There's a lot of boxers have a lot of like his fitness and nutritionist people, but he has the money to actually do it himself. But there's a lot of boxers now. Like when I was boxing, it was just starting. Or go to a fitness, go get a nutritionist, go get this, go get that, and train, chop wood, hit the speed bags, and all that stuff. Yeah, that's what they. Yeah.
Right. So I'm it makes me wonder whether or not because for example, if he was able to challenge the number one ranked guy in the division right now, I mean, would that guy be able to fight him? And the answer is no. But no. Wouldn't it be interesting to see if he could? Because then Jake Paul would get beaten, and that'd be the end of his career in boxing. Right?
It's unfair if they do that. It's unfair for them guys that's working hard.
But it certainly would be entertaining, which I think is what we said when Jake Paul originally entered the ring. That was exactly, I think, what every single boxing fan said. Yeah, if he was to fight and that's what I'm saying. So if you're going to make it interesting, let him challenge for the number one spot right off the. If he thinks he's got all the money and all the skills that he can knock off the top, I'm talking the top, whoever's at the top of his division.
Brendan Glanton.
Who?
Brandon Glanton is the top guy in the U.S. right now. He's 31 years old from Riverside, California. He's 17-1-0, and then right under him is Alante Green, followed by Andrew Tabiti, Adrian Taylor.
What is it, light heavyweight?
And then our friend, the Muslim boxer Mushan Kasan.
What class is that?
In the cruiserweight, right?
Cruiser, yeah, it's a cruiserweight.
Oh, cruiserweight, okay.
Yeah. So, yeah, he's not he wouldn't even be touching the top.
Well, Floyd beat the hell out of him. Floyd beat the hell out of him.
No, that was his brother.
Huh?
That was his brother, Logan Paul.
Oh.
Yeah, there's two Pauls. There's two Pauls we have to deal with. And actually, aren't they going to fight each other? Wasn't there a news item that came out they might fight each other?
They really messing this boxing thing up.
That'd be hilarious.
Well, okay. If there, like I just said, if there was more managers and more promoters, then we'd have more and better fights, quite frankly.
Yeah. I'd love to see him take on the top of any, like, come on. Like, okay, number 26 in the world is Thomas McCarty.
I mean,
like,
we had a former promoter, Rick Glazer, on the show.
Yeah, I remember Rick,
and he was saying his opinion on all of this was boxing would be much better, in a much better position, if it was shown on normal TV, like whether it be Fox or CBS or ABC,
like it used to be.
Like it used to be.
Yeah, man. Friday night fights, Thursday night fights,
right?
Saturday
Exactly.
fights.
Right. So that's what he was saying, because right now when you're looking at pay-per-view, you've only got a very small segment of the population who can afford, whether it's $59 or $79, whatever the asking price is. So it's not, I mean,
pay-per-view is gone.
Fight TV is $36.99 for the Paul fight, by the way, guys. And if you're looking
$36.99,
yeah, that's US. And if you're looking to buy it on one of the other platforms, ESPN's got it on for $49.99.
I watch it at somebody else's house.
I'm just gonna watch it on my
private TV.
We gotta talk then if you
can. No problem, champ. No problem. I got you.
So the Tommy Fury fight, and Jake Paul, I will watch it because I know the Gypsy guys. I was around them, and I don't really know. I feel like I know them I definitely know them more than I know Jake. I wouldn't pay for it. I still would go find somewhere to watch it. But it is a good fight where people's interesting, where people going to want to see that one because of Tyson Fury, Tommy Fury, his dad, all that. That's the main attraction, I think.
Yeah,
and Jake Paul.
Yeah, definitely main attraction. That's what's going to sell it. That's what everybody around the world's waiting to see.
Are you guys familiar with the term sports washing?
No.
So it also in the news this week, there was an interesting term thrown around, especially and specifically regarding boxing in Saudi Arabia. Because there's a couple of things that they do a little differently in Saudi Arabia, and by bringing over these types of fights, these types of events, they seem to be swaying public opinion towards how good and how kind and how humble they are. Now,
I found the dummy definition for everybody out there. It refers to the ways in which a country invests in sports to promote its reputation on a global stage and deflect attention away from less favorable of its attractions and its institutions.
So I think that hit the nail on the head.
Don't watch this, guys.
Right. Anyway, I'd never heard that term before this week.
Me either.
And there you go. So Jake Paul's doing the Saudis a favor.
Adrian Bronner, Michael Williams Jr. has been postponed.
Yeah, we announced that last week.
Yeah,
somebody got hurt or something, right?
Yep.
Yeah. He got an injury during sparring, which has made it impossible for him to participate. The later date and new opponent will be announced. We understand the disappointment that everybody feels. I would have liked to see that. I thought it would have been good. It's got to be kind of a sore one for BLK Prime.
Right.
Definitely. They spent a lot of money on advertising and promoting that fight, and just to have it go down with not even a last minute replacement. They couldn't even find a last minute replacement. So it's unfortunate.
God, man, we should have recommended Tim.
For what? For what?
To go beat up Adrian Bronner.
Yo, I'm in good shape right now.
He's like, I'll beat his ass too.
He's too small for me, but I'm in shape right now. If somebody said, Tim, we got to fight next Friday, I'm ready. I've been running. My weight is down to 239, 238. First time in 30 years. I've been going to Johan's gym training, hitting the heavy bags. So my shoulder was hurt just the first time, that I did the ropes today. I did the ropes because my shoulders was hurt and my back. But that's one of the reasons why I'm staying in fit, just in case they say something. If it's next week, I'm ready. I'm strong. I don't have no girlfriend. That's right. I'm just bullying. I'm bullying Shania all the time. My daughter.
I saw Mike Tyson was in the ringside crowd there for that press conference. Does anyone, whatever happened to his League of Legends or whatever the heck it was called? Whatever happened to that?
He went to sleep real quick.
Yeah, had like one or two fights. It was making headlines, bringing in. Maybe he ran out of old guys to fight. I don't know.
Well, after Holyfield got knocked out the way he did, I don't think there were too many guys that wanted to get back in there.
And Zab Judah had his celebrity boxing
Yeah,
league.
He still. I think he threw another one just late in the summer there, didn't he? I think he's put on 2 or 3 of them now.
Because
throw down the guns, pick up the gloves campaign or something like that.
Oh yeah.
That's
I'm
right.
a good. Listen, I'm an alright shirt. I wouldn't not hesitate to get in that ring. Serious.
Nice.
But you know it's making a comeback.
You
ready for this?
I'm ready.
They just announced it. A new pillow fight league.
Oh God. It's got to be better than that Russian card jiu-jitsu I showed you.
I don't understand what you mean. They're gonna be hitting each other with pillows.
I'm not kidding. Yeah. I'm not kidding. In a real boxing ring, these guys are swinging, bobbing, weaving, and
I think I've seen something like
that. Listen, if you get a nice, feather count down filled pillow, you can knock some people out with that, man. Trust me. You get a good swing, get all those feathers pulled down to the one side. It's like a huge
I seen that about 10 days ago.
I've done that.
I don't even know what that was.
You've done it?
Oh, yeah, I've knocked people out with a pillow.
Oh, my God.
Damn.
Yeah, man, you just got to get a nice
pillow with a brick in it.
No, trust me. Once those feathers all clump together, it's like getting hit with a brick. All right, we got some fights.
Yes. Sorry, I sidetracked the whole conversation. Sorry about that, Mike. You normally start off by listing some of the fights upcoming. What do we got? Mike?
Rigondeaux versus Martinez, former 2-time world boxing champion.
Sorry, hang on. Who?
Rigondeaux.
Rigondeaux?
You know him, Rigondeaux.
Guillermo Rigondeaux arrives at the ultimate career crossroad when he returns to action for the first time in a year tonight. Yes, tonight, with a professional record of 23-1 with 13 KOs, the now 42-year-old Rigondeaux faces battle-tested super bantamweight Jesus Martinez, who will bring a mark of 33-17-1 with 16 knockouts into the Hialeah Park headliner. This one starts main card 6 p.m. Eastern time, guys. It's already on. So ring walk should be about 10 p.m. GMT, 3 a.m. ET. So for all you guys, check it out, man. Don't want to miss it. Rigondeaux, who dropped decisions to Vincent Astriolabio in February of 2022. Sorry, that was a tongue twister, man. My mouth is dry. And John Real Casimiro in August of 2021. He's been sidelined since suffering severe facial burns and eye injuries in a freak kitchen accident at his home in Miami over 10 months ago. Yeah, so the former WBO, WBA super bantam and WBA bantamweight world champion will attempt to tap the fountain of youth in his 25th professional fight as he looks to win for the first time since defeating Solis in February of 2020. So, guys, this one, we're going to have to check it out. There's a bunch of no-namers on the card you might not know.
Did you say no-namers or did you say up-and-comers?
Up-and-comers, guys, not no-namers. Guys that are not known to you, but are known to me because I'm following them. Honestly, other than the main event, everybody is literally sub-10 fights on the A side of this card. The B side, guys, we have a lot of, very even records or losing records, as we will call it. But it never makes... it's not going to make for a boring card, guys. There will be some great action here. So definitely, You gotta tune into this one. It's Friday night. There's boxing, guys. Florida Athletic Commission. You got to check it out.
Is it a Showtime or Pro Box?
This one here is going to be on HBO. It's HBO Boxing.
Huh.
So there we go. You will be able to check that. Yeah, broadcast.
I will be able to check that out.
Yes, you will. Yes, you will.
Hey.
And if not, I'll give you the website where I watch it.
Oh, the fight.
Yes, but no, definitely some. This is a long card too, so no wonder it started early, guys. This one's got I believe it's like 10 or 11 fights on it.
Wow.
We got guys here, 2-0, 1-0, but we have some guys that are going to break that 10 mark. Looking to go undefeated with 10, so that's a big step up for these guys in this game. So there's going to be a lot of action, man, a lot of lightweight guys. So we're definitely going to see a lot of punches being thrown, a lot of action, a lot of fast fights. So definitely it's going to be some action tonight to watch.
That's the old way. Like all them young kids, the young up-and-comers. Then you got the ones in the middle, and then you might have a couple of main eventers.
Yeah.
That's what the old way, not the new ways. They just like the Jake Paul thing and all that. But the old way, just like you explaining it, all the up and comers, and then you got the ones here, then you got the ones that's taking the next step.
Yep.
I think that brings back memories.
Yeah, it makes for great boxing cards, man, because you get to see all the different stages of these fights, right?
Yes.
New kids debuting, the kids with under 5 fights, the kids with just under 10 fights, and then you get to see the main event. So definitely it's gonna make for some great boxing. Tune in tonight, guys. Check it out. You're not gonna be sad. You're not gonna be upset, man. I can't wait to start watching it. I've already got it recording. So
who's the main event again?
In that one, it's Rigondeaux. 42 returning after the facial burns 10 months ago. So he's looking for that fountain of youth. So definitely it's gonna be an exciting main event, guys.
Okay, cool.
Then we got to talk about it. Premier Boxing Champions, guys. Tomorrow night, 8 p.m. Mateus, Ponce, James, and Palmetta.
Yeah.
This one, I'm looking forward to this card, to be honest. Top super lightweight contenders will square off as popular knockout artist Subriel Mateus meets undefeated Argentine Jeremés Ponce for the vacant IBF 140-pound world championship to decide one of the kingpins of the red hot super light division this Saturday, guys. This one's on Showtime, the Armory in Minneapolis. Premier Boxing Champions event. They've been doing great this year so far.
Yep.
The telecast begins at 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Pacific, and features the return of the Minneapolis native Shango James in a 10-round welterweight co-main event as he battles the 2016 Olympian Alberto Palmetta. Kicking off the telecast, exciting super lightweight contenders Elvis Rodriguez duels the hard-hitting Joseph Blessed Hands Adorno. So you are going to have some wicked action on this card, guys. I am super excited to see this one. The 140-pound division is one of the hottest in boxing, and a new champion will be crowned at the weight when Subriel Mateus and Ponce meet in this anticipated clash. So you're not going to want to miss it, man. Mateus, 18-1, 18 KOs. Has a seek and destroy style that is easy on the eyes and hard for his opponents. He has early and late KO power with all 18 of his victories coming via stoppages. His last 6 in the 5th round or later. The lone loss of his career came against Anayan via 10-round unanimous decision in 2020 and was later avenged. So Mateus of Puerto Rico faced 2 unbeaten boxers after the loss, defeating Malik Hawkins and Jekimbayev by stoppage. In the rematch, he stopped Ayanan by the 9th round TKO, methodically wearing his opponent down and exhausting him before dropping him and ending the action. So watch out for this kid, man. Ponce, 30-0, 20 knockouts, will be making his U.S. boxing debut when he meets Mateus in what has all the earmarks as an immovable force versus unstoppable object type matchup. That's what it's being called, guys. What are your thoughts on this one?
Graham know more about it than me. I gotta play catch up.
Don't worry, champ. I will be sending you a lot of these videos, and we will definitely be going over them for the Sunday Knockout of the Week award. So you'll know all these fights because we'll definitely be talking about them. Because I see some huge action on this card, man. I think there's gonna be a lot of things going on.
Ponce's got 30-0 record.
Yeah, he's 30-0 with 20 KOs, and he's only making and he's making his U.S. boxing debut. So, here we go. The U.S. is about.
Where's he from?
I think Argentina, but I could be wrong.
Okay.
Ponce?
Yeah, where's he from?
Oh yeah, no, he's from Argentina.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, this is his first time. This is gonna be his first time on U.S. soil.
Alfredo Evangelista.
He's kept himself busy in anticipation of this title match, and back in November of 2021, he stopped Michel Marciano via second round KO in November of 2021 before recently earning the TKO victory over Chico Odequez in April of last year.
Okay.
It's going to be a good fight.
Oh, it's going to be huge. It's going to be huge. It's going to be a great card. Jamal James, Alberto Palmeda. Wow, another big fight here. We've got to talk about it. Minneapolis, James. He's 27-2 with 12 KOs. Will return to the ring for the first time since dropping 2021 slugfest to the unbeaten Radzahabatayev, which snapped James' 7-fight win streak. 34-year-old returns to the fight at the Armory for the fifth time in his career, having won 4 straight bouts there between April 2018 and 2019. The run for James included triumphs over fellow contender Abel Ramos and former champion Antonio DiMarco. James also owns victories over veteran contenders Javier Molina and Wale Omotoso, with his only other blemish coming against former world champion Ugas. So here we go. Palmeda, 18-1, 13 KOs, represented his home country at the 2016 Olympics before turning pro in November of 2016. 32-year-old has won his last 12 fights, with 11 coming by stoppage, dating back to 2017. So in addition to his impressive run that saw him knock out previously unbeaten Eric Ortiz and Trayshawn Wiggins, Sean Coral, Palmeda has also defeated Solano by decision in October of 2021, and most recently blasted out Thomas Mendez in 3 rounds last November.
Is that an Eagles hat you got on your head?
No, it's a Blue Jays.
Blue Jays. I was going
to say that. It's from Toronto.
Oh, Toronto. Okay, the Blue Jays.
It's right there, baby.
I like hockey too. I play hockey too.
No, that's the Maple Leafs. Toronto Blue Jays are a baseball team.
Okay, Toronto Maple Leafs. Toronto, what's the hockey team?
Maple Leafs.
Yeah, the Maple Leafs.
They're the ones. They're the ones that beat up your Flyers all the time.
Yep, the stadium only 10 minutes away.
One of my favorite goalies, though, played for the Flyers, man. Ron Hextall.
I remember him.
Didn't he brawl with Felix Potvin or one of the Toronto goalies?
When didn't he brawl? He was the brawling goalie. Oh my gosh. Honestly, this guy, he would smash his sticks over the net when he get pissed. He's very, very dramatic. Very dramatic.
I used to know all the names. Bobby
Clark.
Bobby Clark. I knew all the names, man. And what's the big bully? He ain't the bully. He played for the
Schultz.
Yeah, he was the hitman.
Yes,
he was with somebody else, and then he went with the Flyers, right?
Yep. I think he was with Boston.
Okay, then he was the Flyers bullying people.
Yeah, they were the Broad Street Bullies back then, man.
Yeah, the Broad Street Bullies.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, okay. I'm only 5 minutes from Broad Street when I was raised. About Broad is on 14th Street is Broad, really. And I was born and raised on 5th. So
wow.
5 blocks away. And from the stadium, only 10 minutes. We used to hear the when somebody hit a home run, you can hear the big boom. Yep. And you can't hear the people screaming if somebody get a touchdown for the Eagles. But if you walk to 12th Street, you can see the stadium.
Cool, man.
That's how close it was.
Back in the day. Back in the day.
Right?
All right. Where were we, Mike? Sorry, we interrupted you.
Yeah, no,
Oh,
that
sorry about that.
was pretty much rounding out the card, and then we're just going to talk about Paul and Fury. There's a bunch of up and coming fighters on that card that I just mentioned.
Okay.
You're not going to know their names; they're all sub-5 fights. But I encourage everybody out there to do their due diligence and do exactly what I do, and do your homework and start watching these young cats.
All right. Speaking of old cats, though, I believe Floyd Mayweather is fighting this weekend. If you got your, I'm not kidding. If you got your computer open, check it out. I
already know he's fighting the guy from Gordy Shore, another MTV reality star who once had a kickboxing, once had a 7-fight MMA career, 5-2 record. Who was on Gordy Shore, was on some other MTV show, who didn't get picked up for the next seasons, who's looking to stay relevant in media today. So why not just challenge Floyd Mayweather and get your ass kicked and make a couple $1 million?
Why can't he fight me or something? I'll take it easy on him.
No, don't take it easy. Never take it easy on these guys.
You're talking about Floyd Mayweather.
I thought you were saying you got 2 hands. You got 2 hands. You'll take them both on at the same time.
Listen, I will whip his behind. I'm telling you, at 65 years old, he's sharp. Jake Paul, I'll get him out of there in 3 rounds. First round, if you make a mistake, you'll run from me. I'm telling you, man. Hey, I would love to get in there.
Well, guys, if you want to watch it, Chalmers, Mayweather, this is what it's going to cost. In the UK, you can pre-order this fight for £24.88. It is $29.99 in the US, $40.16 in Canada, and $43.30 in Australia.
Out of curiosity, how old is Floyd Mayweather now?
49, 48.
He's got to be up there, man. I'm gonna say 47.
I hear that Manny Pacquiao is stepping back into the ring in Australia.
Is it?
Oh.
Yeah, you know the Maloney brothers down there.
Yes.
Floyd's
now 46. His birthday today.
I thought the Malone. Oh, okay. He's 46.
Happy birthday, Floyd Mayweather.
I did. I wished him a happy birthday.
Yeah,
but the Maloney brothers, aren't they from England?
No, if Mike's on Google, he can support me on this one. There's a couple of brothers out there, Andrew Maloney, Andrew Maloney, and I forget his brother's name. They're good. They're good. They're worthy, but they're doing a show.
I used to be with the Maloney's in England. I don't know if they're the same ones.
Well, they're probably
Andrew
happy.
Maloney?
Who?
Huh?
Andrew Maloney.
Yeah,
I think so.
And his brother.
Yeah, Tim Maloney, professional boxers and future world champions, the twin brothers, Jason and Andrew.
Twins. Oh, they're twins.
They're twins. Coming out of Australia.
Okay. These guys are from England. The Maloney, Frank Maloney. Is he Irish or Canadian? Y'all know Frank Maloney.
He's not Canadian.
No, I don't think so.
Frank Maloney. Frank Maloney is England. He's England. Yeah, that's my man too.
Anyway, I saw something. Here we go. Kelly Maloney is an English boxing manager and promoter and television personality. She managed Lennox Lewis. Wow.
Oh, that's who it is. Maloney was Lennox Lewis's manager. That's who it is. That's my man too. I knew I was. Yeah, Frank Maloney. That's my man.
So she earned the title.
Little short guy.
Who earned the title? Oh, okay, that's under Maloney. Well, okay, all right, fair enough.
Frank Maloney, that's my man.
All right.
Yeah, so the Maloney brothers, the twins in boxing.
Maloney is not. Is he Canada or England? Canada.
I was born in the wrong body, and I've always known I was a woman. That's Frank Maloney. Your boy turned into a girl.
Oh, right. That's right. He turned right.
Wow.
Oh, that's my man too. Yeah. He changed over. Yeah. I didn't know that. That's right. I knew Frank. We was like family. I knew his mom.
Who helped Lennox Lewis become world heavyweight champion.
Yeah.
I knew his mom, his brothers.
Was set to
He
go
got a brother
undergo
named
gender
Andrew. He got a
reassignment
brother named
surgery
Andrew.
November 30th.
Wow.
He has a brother named Andrew.
Well, and so anyway, did you
That was
find any?
Lennox Lewis's promoter. That's who that was.
Well,
Yeah.
that's right.
West England, yeah.
That's what we just found out.
They
Did you
was
find
tough
it?
too. They was tough. The guys he hung around, they didn't take no shit.
Former British
the
boxing
Maloney brothers, though, the Maloney brothers, Jason and Andrew Maloney.
Yeah.
They reached the top of their respective divisions in boxing. Not quite rare as one might think. Klitschko brothers, right? They've done it. But the Maloney brothers are quite competitive, and needless to say, their biggest challenge has been but each other. The Maloney brothers hail from Australia and have been each other's side for as long as they can remember. Boxing as a sport started as a hobby for the twin brothers, who were more inclined towards football growing up in Victoria, Australia. Now
they're originally from Australia.
Yeah.
Those
Maloney's. The
Yeah.
2 sets of Maloney's.
Oh, okay.
There's the guy and the girl Maloney,
I fought for Frank too.
and then there's the 2 twins Maloney.
Yeah, I fought for Frank, I think twice.
Frank or Kelly?
Frank. Oh, it's Kelly now.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
So sorry, I shouldn't be laughing at that. Politically incorrect.
Politically
incorrect.
I met him when he was a dude. And I met him when he was changing over. He's still my family, He can do what he wanted. That's his, whatever you want to do is him. But he's a good guy. Got me paid too. I just can't remember. Got me paid extra somewhere. But he always looked out for me though. Yup.
Good.
Frank Maloney.
But did you type in Manny Pacquiao? I'm just kind of curious how that story
No, was he thinking about getting back in the ring?
Yeah, like it's supposed to something to do with the Maloney brothers. Manny Pacquiao. You guys keep on talking.
Oh, Manny Pacquiao rematch after call out.
Have you found it?
Floyd Mayweather has played down the prospect of meeting Manny Pacquiao in a high-profile rematch.
Wow.
Manny Pacquiao Jr. interested in history-making pro event with dad.
Oh. Former British boxing promoter.
Says his dad is in shape for a comeback if the offer is correct and could return to the professional side of the sport.
Wow. That's not what I was thinking of, but anyway.
And Floyd Mayweather has dismissed talks of facing YouTube sensation Jake Paul or his nemesis, Manny Pacquiao. Yeah.
Oh,
Jason Maloney are set to fight for the world title. Okay. Andrew and Jason.
Yeah, as part of a blockbuster championship push, also involving megastar Manny Pacquiao.
Oh.
Ben. Yeah, Conor Ben to be fighting Manny Pacquiao. Have you heard of this?
I seen him hitting the pads. He looked pretty strong.
Conor Ben was deemed to be positive. Hang on, how do you say this? Negative there? Okay, I can't remember how it goes, but he was cleared. His name was cleared, and he's ready to start fighting again.
Esteemed journalist Colin
Hart
has condemned the rumors that Conor Ben could fight Filipino legend Manny Pacquiao later this year.
What?
He believes that he shouldn't be anywhere near boxing. But Pacquiao has been frequently mentioned by promoter Eddie Hearn as a potential comeback opponent for Ben as he looks to resume his career after the tumultuous 2022. So, guys, some big rumors here in boxing, and you heard it here on Talkin Fight.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
I don't like Manny. I don't think Manny's got a chance against Conor Ben.
No,
I seen him hitting the heavy bag yesterday, and he was banging that bag. But you got to have skills. Manny Pacquiao just throw a lot of punches. He can get caught on counters. I know that because of his defense. He can get caught in between that. Conor had to be a little bit more quicker and sharper, but he was hitting that bag. He was tearing that bag up. I said, "Oh, he's coming back." Okay.
So also a year on from beating Amir Khan, Kell Brook wants to fight one more time, guys.
What? I thought he retired.
Could he box Manny Pacquiao?
What?
Promoter Ben Shalom thinks that ought to be an exhibition, but reveals Brooke is interested in the winner of the Liam Smith Chris Eubank Jr. rematch, and the timing could work for him.
Liam Smith and Eubanks.
There's going to be a rematch?
Yes.
Really?
Even though the Londoners have said it, man, the Brits have said it, it doesn't interest them. It's not an interesting fight. They've said it. They already know it was a clear, concise victory. There was no blemish. There was no way it could have been judged a different way. It was a clear, concise victory. We know what's happened. It's over. Who cares? They don't want to see it again. But it's going to happen. We know that. But wow, this could be big, man. Manny Pacquiao getting into shape, and he's already got all these offers.
You'd think he's making enough money as a senator down in the Philippines. I mean,
he has enough money. He gas it up. That guy got money.
I know. I'm just saying. You'd think he'd be happy living on a beach in the Philippines.
These guys, man, making tons.
You know, honestly, I'm kind of excited to see Rigondeaux though. You know, forget Vasily Lomachenko. Rigondeaux has 475 amateur fights, 2 Olympic gold medals, and 475 amateur fights, 2 Olympic gold medals.
Can he still communicate?
He was lauded by Manny Pacquiao, and he was lauded by Manny Pacquiao's trainer. So, guys, there's some great fights. Watch this guy. I'm telling you.
So, can he still talk?
Listen, he just burned his face off in his own kitchen. He's coming back to fight 10 months later. So let's see how good he does, man. It's gonna be a good fight.
400 amateur fights.
475 amateur fights and 2 Olympic gold medals.
I would like
the man's returning to the ring after burning his face off 10 months ago.
I would like to hear his talk. I would like to hear him talk for like 5 minutes.
Yeah, right.
No, serious.
Continuously get stuck on the same sentence.
I'm serious about that. I would like to hear and sit down and hear him hold a conversation. 400 amateur fights? How many pro fights?
40 something.
Wow.
Yeah, did I say it was like 30 wins or?
That is incredible. That is really incredible.
400 is too many. It is. It's too many. Like 30 amateur, 40 amateur.
That's a hell of a lot of shots to the head.
Ooh, damn.
Oh, actually,
well,
no, he said 23 pro fights, but 475 amateurs.
Yeah, that's a lot.
That's a hell of a lot.
Especially if you don't have defense. If you don't have defense in your fight, and you know you got hit a lot, you got hit a lot if you hadn't had a good defense. So, what? You never seen him talk before?
No, I haven't watched any interviews with him.
Okay. Wow.
But I'm definitely gonna do that now after finding out it's at 400.
Yeah, I thought you'd do that while we've got like 2 minutes left in the show here. Why don't you just you find out a YouTube clip for him and let's see.
Wow, 400
I can't even. Like, how long is that? Like,
is that Rigondeaux? Is that the Jamaican dude?
Yeah, the Rigondeaux.
Okay, now I was up there through the show saying Rigondeaux. I heard that name. Now I know who it is. Now, okay, Rigondeaux. Okay,
yeah. Rigondeaux.
You had him talked about him before in the show.
Yeah,
a lot.
Yeah, we didn't think he was coming back.
Wow, Rigondeaux. I know you're talking about now.
That has got to hurt. I mean, I don't know if you've ever suffered a burn, but
how did he burn his face?
A freak accident in his kitchen.
Something must have
water.
Probably water and grease and hurt something. I don't know.
Because what I did, I was kind of short, and I reached up. Me and my brothers, I was about 7 years old, 6 years old, was reaching up there to light cigarettes up. My mom wasn't around. I couldn't. This is how young I was, and I was reaching up like this, and my brother accidentally pulled hot water with hot dogs in it. It was boiling, and he was up standing on the chair, and I was just up there reaching, and he poured it all on my chest.
Wow.
And I ran and jumped on the couch. I was screaming. My mom took me to the hospital. I had like at least 500 little pimples. And he took a tweezer and was busting them with he had a little piece of paper. He was busting them.
Wow.
My mom took me like twice. She had to carry me. I said, wow, I remember that. My mom, I look out for my mom. She carried me all the way around to the doctor's office. Each time, my big behind. And I had like I'll say about 700 little blisters. And the only way he can get rid of them is hold a towel underneath and bust the tweezers. It was stinging a little bit. 2 trips and then it was over. But I don't think I have any marks from that. But all those blisters was all over my stomach. I remember it to the day. That hurt. I was crying. I know my mom was saying, serve your ass right. Excuse my language. Yeah, my brother Steve pulled it over on me. I really don't know what happened, but I was reaching and he was reaching. And then I saw it coming. I said, it was too late. And then you hear the
wow.
I swear. Burnt all
that's
this up.
incredible. What a story.
Sorry changing the show, guys.
No, you're bang on.
He can hold a conversation, by the way.
Can he?
Yeah, he can.
Oh, he can.
Yeah, he can talk.
Okay.
He has a translator, but I don't know. Like, I don't know if what he's saying is like, and then the guy's like, yeah, he said this. I don't know, but it looked like he knew what he was saying and could, yeah. But I just, unless I'm speaking the language, I'm not really gonna know. Because the translators throw in whatever the hell they want in there. You know what I mean?
That makes a lot of sense, though.
He could be like, yeah, I like yellow cars, and the guy's like, yeah, he said the match was great and everything worked out wonderful, and you'd never know. I like crayons, It's like,
oh man, we should not be doing this. All right.
I know, it's bad.
I'm not making fun of him.
I like crayons too.
I'm not
All right.
Okay, we ready?
All right, Mike.
Yeah, it's that time. Guys.
Let's go watch some fights. Let's go watch some fights.
Thank you for tuning in to this week's episode of the Friday Night Panel. Always a pleasure, Tim. 2-time heavyweight champ. You know what it is. We'll see you Sunday for the Knockout of the Week award. Graham, it's always a slice. All the viewers watching, thank you for tuning in. Without you guys, we wouldn't be here. We got to get to work so you guys don't have to. Make sure you join us 9:30 for the scorecard. Definitely. And make sure you join us at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for the Knockout of the Week because you're not going to want to miss that. Joined by my man, Tim Witherspoon. It will be excellent. So you know where to find us. We'll see you next week. Same time, same channel, new topics.
See you guys later.
See you guys.
All right.